Thank you, our Vice Mayor, Yunel Esquerda. I would like to greet our Mayor of Marcos Town, no less than Salvador Felix, and also we have here our distinguished councilors, and I would also like to greet our distinguished citizens from Marcos Town, coming all the way from the United States, the mainland, different parts of the world, and Hawaii. I'd like to greet our Miss Balikbayan 2010, or as the Queen Tessie 1, and also the members of her court, the princess from Singapore, and also the princess from Canada. This is a great evening for me, and this is a very happy evening for me. As you can see here from Hawaii, some of our friends that you are receiving. I remember when we found ourselves with President Marcos, instead of having landed in Kauai, we landed in Hawaii. And each and every one of the Ilocanos and Filipinos in Hawaii were so kind, so generous, so warm, and hospitable to the Marcos. They were there full of care, full of generosity, and even if seemingly we were away from home, we were at home because we had the love and care of the Filipinos from the Philippines, especially now I see here from Marcos Town. I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. But today, on top of this nostalgic feeling that I had of the years of exile that we had in Hawaii and in the United States, I truly am happy to see Filipinos, Ilocanos from Marcos Town and Ilocos Norte coming all the way from the United States and different parts of the world, always coming back home to Marcos Town. Today, perhaps you may have heard, I am really campaigning for Bongbong for the Senate, for Ali for governor, and even me for Congress. But the real reason for my running was really to mother Ilocos Norte when I saw that leadership here of party is divided. If there is one thing I always remember about Ilocos Norte and Ilocania, they were always united, loyal to leaders, great leaders. The Ilocanos were always there by their side. Today, perhaps by divine providence, I am the candidate, but really, my greater ambition in this election is to be a mother. Not only to serve, but to love these people and to say thank you and give my appreciation for the great loyalty that the Ilocanos have given the Marcos. It was you, Ilocanos. It was you and your loyalty and support that made Marcos 2 times Congressman, Senator, Senate President, 20 years President, and I was given the privilege to be for 20 years mother of the country. Now, perhaps by divine destiny, when I saw families breaking up, I rose up, not just run for Congress, but really my greater ambition and commitment was to mother. Some people would say, Imelda is too young. She's 18 years old already for the position. I would kid them. I said, perhaps, yes. I am scared. I'm pretty old. But then, as my attitude is always positive, I said, bakit? I said, then I am not only qualified to be a congresswoman, not only qualified to be a mother, but also a grandmother of this country and this province. And when you talk about Lola cares, nurtures, and loves, even sometimes better than a mother. So I am here. First of all, to thank each and every one of you Ilocanos. You Ilocanos are very special. And as I am going around the different villages, the different barangays of this province, I see the industry of Ilocanos. I go everywhere and every piece of land is not left vacant, but the potential of the land is very productive, it is cultivated. So I see this, I see the industry of the Ilocanos. I keep learning, and not only learning, but getting inspired and committed, and I'm getting obsessed with my motherly commitment to this province. I do remember when we were newly married with Ferdinand, and when we were somewhere in Santa Ilocos, you told me, Imelda, with your right hand, you can touch the mountain. With your left hand, you can touch the sea. And this small strip of land is where we Ilocanos survive. I saw intensity and love of Ferdinand for this region. And as I went further around the province of Ilocanda, I saw what he meant. As I went around, I was fully touched and overwhelmed. At that point in time, I remember the canton pulled by a carabao would go to the different barangays. And sometimes we would sleep overnight in some barangays.